Hi. How are you? How are you, chat? How are you, chat? I wear earphone that I really don't like, but that's the only earphone I can wear for right now. Because my other doesn't have the, you know, the protection, so I have to wear that. And I really don't like those. But how are you? How are you? How is it going? How is it going? Okay. Yeah, first thing first. This, I don't need it anymore, and that the I mean, I don't need it anymore for any of my projects right now, and it's a really good fabric for doing plushes. I already did a plushie with that fabric for the birthday of one of my friends. I did a blob, like Dreams blob, but has tummy in it. And now we will make some egg. We'll make some egg with that. I think I have stuff to. I think I have enough for making a lot. Other than for that. I need to find a bit which fabric will be good for each of them. For each different egg. I have stuff to make embroidery on them. For example, the marking on palm cheek, I think I will do as embroidery. Yeah. I think for the shirt of Richarlison, I will do with you know, iron on. I think I have some. I mean, I think my mom has some, so yeah. This is already something I made. Maybe too light for Bobby. I mean, I have a lot of old jeans that I don't wear anymore, that I did put in my fabric starch. Thank you. Tell me from who you think I'm from first, and I will tell after, because a lot of people give me different accents, because I mean, I have a mix of 3 accents or more, but there are 3 that always come first. There are 3 that always come first. One, I will give it to you. One is British, but that's only because I listen to a lot of British content. And yeah, that's all. Yeah, France! Yeah! Well, no, yeah, I'm French. But like I live my first year in a part of France that is really close to Germany. Sometimes I can have a bit of a German accent. So yeah, I was born in Lorraine, and so yeah. This is maybe a bit too light for Bobby. Wait. Oh, I think this one will be perfect. And this one is really, really smooth because that's actually one of the jeans that was my favorites at some time. But yeah, it did got ripped. And yeah, I cannot put it anymore, so it did get ripped, but not where the sewing stuff. So even if I repair it, 1 week later it will ripped again. And yeah, I think because yeah, cool. Okay. After that, for Leonardo, maybe this fabric for the cap of Leonardo, because that's a really vibrant red. Maybe for the bow of Tilin 2 and the red of Qsmp cap. And for the red for Tallulah and Dapper, maybe this one more. I think I can put it this way. I think for the beanie it will be more this way, but for the hat for Dapper will be more this one. Yeah, I think. And I mean, I have a lot of this one. Okay. For Tilin, I will use some of that too for his bow, because that's interfacing for trying to make the bow stand by itself. Maybe for the for Dapper hat and Qsmp cap too. Maybe Leonardo too, if I do the back of the cap, you know. But yeah, anyway, welcome Rovelat? Sorry, I'm French and I'm dyslexic, so yeah, welcome to the chat, and I hope you will enjoy it here. And if you want to say from which country you are, you can. I know when I do Dreamers Qsmp related stuff, at some point, I was doing a fan art of Tallulah and Cheyenne some times ago, and I had a lot of Brazilian coming up. I never had Brazilian before, but I had a lot of Brazilian. Trying to figure out what art fight is. Sasha, you didn't know what art fight was! You didn't know what it was! For real! Last year in a summer camp, I was doing an animator in summer camp and specialized in manga. I organized my own art fight for the child. I never participated in an art fight, by the way. I kind of knew what it was, but I didn't understand how the site worked. Oh, I don't understand how it works because I never tested. So, okay. Anyway, so I have the red. I have the blues. Okay, so the art fight is an event in every June since some time now. I don't remember when it started, but it's artists on Twitter, and not only on Twitter, but it's majorly on Twitter, who every artist that want to participate make a character. And what the fight part of it is that when you have made your character, you go to find someone else participating in the art fight, and you redraw their character. That's called an attack. when you redraw the character of someone else from the art fight, that's called an attack. And this person have to redraw yours to counter the attack. And yeah, that's just basically that's just it. I know, collecting all time, with memories I will Yeah, I think this for the top of Trump hat and the glasses of Juana Flipa should be good. I know I have some oh yeah, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I have some green, but it's really too dark for Richarlison and Trump. So, are you also making egg? No, I don't have green fabric like that. I can't make egg. I don't have the green fabric for it. Maybe one day, but that day is not today. I know I have some black and yellow fabric. For the orange, I think I will have for the orange and green. I think I will have to dye some fabric. Yeah, I don't have stuff to make slime, so okay. Bit of black. I need more, but I only have small pieces apparently. I could also use this black jean. I also need to find back my my wool for Tarula's hair. No, but maybe one day I will make gag. But I don't have the stuff for making it right. For making him right. I have a question for you. For Ramon's mustache, which fabric do you think is better? This one is wool. I do have more, but I just don't know in which bag. I will find it. And this one is like synthetic, because it's supposed to be interfacing. I think this one could be good. Wait, the right side. I think this could be good for Ramon's mustache. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, because I have plenty more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. After that, I still need my yellow fabric, but I still don't know where I put it. Okay. Oh yeah, I have this one black fabric too. Okay. I think this is still better. Okay, here. It's a really light yellow, but I think it's still good enough for the base of Richarlison shirts and for Chain's ducky. It's more this than this, but what do you think? I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. And I mean, that's the only yellow fabric that I have, so... Oh, I forgot. Where it was. I forgot that I had that. Yeah, I still didn't finish it. I still need to finish it. That was supposed to be for me to put it on my guitar like that, you know, for cosplay purposes, and not even only for cosplay anyway. I mean, I have the flag behind. Normally it was there, but I took it off because every time I go in convention, I have to take it off. And I was lazy last time, so I didn't put it back. And next weekend I will take it because I will go to both day of Twitchcon. I know the donor goal here for Twitchcon, but that's more like to have the money back than to buy them, because I already buy them. So I'm going both day at Twitchcon, and the first day I will wear my Wilbur suit cosplay from Lemonberg era. So yeah. Okay. That's all I have in terms of fabric. So now I need to find back my wool for Talula's hair, and I will have to dye some fabric green and orange. Lemonberg made the copycat. I mean, no, yeah, true. I was in Eretz. The day you came to Geek Days. I was in Eretz. That's true. True. Okay, do you want to see all the fabric that I will use for those eggs? I will not use all the fabric, but I will use all of those different fabrics. And I think I will use some of the thread that I have here. The embroidery floss that I have for making some details. Oh yeah, that's loose fluff. Because I mean, I have the right color for making the details, so. Oh. Into the bush. Okay. So put that here. Wait 2 seconds because I need to put the bag of tea out of the cup. Black fabric. I find some more black fabric. Trying to find the wool that I have. I found one, but I know that I have a darker one. Why do I feel so far away when you're just behind the veil we share? My plastic heart begins to beat as I hear the blissful message beat. I wander in electric dreams. Is there nothing this machine can't do? For with you in my hand, I'm not alone. In mechanical love, for you're with me everywhere I go. In mechanical love, wires run under my skin, loose connections burn within. My mechanics were too far. Oh no, that's whole. Feeling none Okay. So sadly, I only found this one, who is way too light. But I only found this brown one. So I think for the hair of Tallulah, we'll see during the week to buy some more wool. Hoping that I will find, because I know that brown wool is pretty hard to find. I know that really well because of one of my cosplay projects. Nice. I definitely have some of the brown wool somewhere that I didn't use yet, but I don't know where it is. I will find it eventually. We'll find it eventually. Okay, so anyway, what I need to do now, we'll have bleach hair. Yeah, I mean, if she will have bleach her hair, that will more be like red hair like mine, because you can see the part where I bleach mine, and I pretty much have the same color as Wilbur and Tallulah. If you wonder, Sasha, who is here, is one of my friends, and the friend group from where we are. At some point, I was the mini version of Wilbur, the mini feminine version of Wilbur, because I'm small, but I kill him so hard. No. In reality, now you can see that I'm more like a mix between Wilbur, Ranbu, and Phil. Fuck you, Sasha. Yeah, that's also true. But yeah, I'm pretty much a mix between Wilbur, Ranbu, and Phil. Shut up! No. At one point, I had my hair bleach. I did color on top of it, because that's why I did bleach them at the start. And yeah, I tried to bleach into. I mean, it was my second color, because the first one was wearing off. So I really tried to dye them purple. It didn't end up well. No, but I had one friend who did use the same hair dye as me from the same bottle. He was blonde. Me, you can see I was more like red hair. So I took bluish purple by choice, thinking that it will cancel a bit the redness of my hair. It turned out green on me. It turned out like a bluish green, like mermaid color a bit, you know. And on my friend, he used the same. That was cyan. Yeah. Okay. Now I need to decide the size of the eggs, because I want to do that as keychain. So not. I mean, maybe this size is good. The size of this. Yeah, I think it could be good. I think that side could be good. Shut up, it's not cute. It could be good, but it could be hard. I need the squeezable side. Yeah, that's why I'm watching about that. Because I want to make like keychain, but not too small keychain. Because if first of all, if I make it too small, I will not be able to do the details of the eggs, and I don't want it too tall. Because I want to make multiple of each to give them to some people, and mostly to give them to if I encounter the streamer that are taking care of that egg, to give them, you know. I mean, normally it's not planned that I encounter one of them, because the meet and greet that I did manage to have Turbo and Jack Manifold. I need to make something for them, by the way. I don't know what, but we'll see. I mean, I can probably make a Benson plushies. I can probably make a Benson plushie for Turbo as keychain size too. But for Jack Manifold, I have no idea. For Jack Manifold, I have no idea what to make. Yeah. Let me just take some paper for doing the pattern. We love wrapping paper as pattern paper. It's expensive, so you get in a gift for Tebo. I'm challenging him 1v1. Oh, did you manage to get Tebo meet and greet? You didn't have Ranbu, but you managed to get Tebo meet and greet? I mean, no, you can't. You're coming on Sunday, aren't you? Oh, no, yeah. I mean, that's not day. That's not days. Yeah. If I do remember, the entry are not daily. They're only like one day. Isn't there? I mean, I bought for the 2 days, so I don't know for 1 day how it works. Because Rainbow Meet and Greet was on Sunday. Rainbow Meet and Greet is Sunday. Feels too. You got the same eyes as your father, and you carry the same kind of temper too. One to shame for people with no community. I didn't even know there was a Genless panel. But wait. In the backseat, in the backseat, I'm the ending, she's the start. Now you need to calm down. Oh yeah, that's in the same time as Jack Manifold. Yeah, it's in the same time as Jack. Okay. No, but one thing I'm pretty sad about is that Tebo is in the same time as Nikki and MZ. I would really have loved to go to Nikki's, but yeah. And that would have been nice to go to Bagheera's too, but still, it's in the same time too. Oh yeah, that's Tommy. That is in the same time as Phil. Don't you know her better than me? Better than me. By the way, for the plushie, I think I will make the little tappy toes, you know, with the black fabric. That could be fun. Qsmp program. Artist alley. 1v1 to both. Find and 1v1 round booth. Give them the sword. Do you want to be in? Do you want us to find each other to wait for the meet and greets of Tabo together? Together. Okay. So I need a random fabric here that I don't use to try to see if this pattern in 3-piece is good. Let's go. Oh, and yeah, I have the proof. Most of it is wool. I have the proof. Which fabric can I use? I will use this like that. At least it's already white, so I can still use it for some reason. Under the weather. Under the weather. Where is my... Here. Do I have some... No, I don't have any more. Yes, I do, but it's a white one, so it will not work. And I will try... Oh yeah, that still work. Yeah. I mean, I surely have Matt with me most of the time, because we managed to have his parents letting him go, and he was planning on only asking for 1 day, and his parents were like, it's either the both or you don't go. Because if you go both, I think what happened is, if you go both, you will always have Emily with you. She's an adult. I think that's what happened in their mind. I mean, I already did multiple time come at their house last year, because I did work like right next to where they live, and so they helped me one day because my father wasn't able to drive me, so I needed to sleep somewhere close to where I worked, you know. And like they live like right next to it, so they already knew me. I think that's really helped. But it doesn't have the meet and greet for Tebo, because I think it was full. I mean, he didn't tell me which one he managed to have the meet and greets to, so... I'm not paranoid, I'm an analyst. I know you're gonna kill me, you can kiss the skin from out to make you feel good. I'm not sure if you made me too. You can see so good from out to you. Can't stay awake forever. You can't stay awake forever. I think I can bring a friend to meet and bring. If that's the if that is the fact, I think that will be really good. No, I think you can, but I don't know. I'm not sure. And that's the first time I go to Twitchcon, so. The fact that I will have to bring my crutches for him at his place and lie about, no, it's not for your son, it's me bringing it for someone in Paris, because they're dumb and they don't want to get their son's leg checked out when it's been more than a year that he has trouble with it. I mean, it's not fully lying, because we do have one friend that is coming to TwitchCon who need crutches. They just already have them. But I don't need to know that. Okay. The fact that all my pins are loose in this bag because the box where they were is completely broken. Yeah, that's Matt. You know the one where in. Wait, which cosplay was it? Because I always say that it was the fun day, but that wasn't the same day as you were coming. So. No, not this one. The mat with 2T. We have 3 mats. Not the problem. Not Mathilde. No. Wait. Not Mathilde. Yeah. The J Schlatt one. The J Schlatt one. The J Schlatt one. Yeah, we have him who is coming with me. Lumina is coming both days, but with her friends. So I don't know if I will really see them. Amelia is coming. You know the Mamza? Mamza who was in Tommy the day you were there. That I remember because I did a picture for them. We have another one that I never remember the name of. Soleil. If I don't find one before, I probably still have 2 swords. Yeah. No, but what will be funny is I will be a small Lemonberg Will wearing a Tabo jacket and smaller than Tabo. Wearing the Tabo jacket on top of the Lemonberg one. Oh. We song. But anyway, what other thing are you planning to see at Twitchcon? Yeah. What other thing that's 1v1 content creator will you be planning to do on TwitchCon? My voice is shit. Plush. Say I'm in love. Yeah, other than 1v1 content creator.
Sometimes I wish that I was straight. I wouldn't have to play you stupid game.
Amazing the way you talk, dirty watch trouble.
What I really guess I'm trying to say is, would you like to be my date?
Are you straight? Is my runner broken? Am I too late? Before ruining the mood, how to ask 'cause you're so cute. Or are you straight? Oh, I can't. Don't at me. You said the others. Only got to visit the artist alley and just probably try to meet other fan of other fandom like any cons, because all I saw that interested me was the same time as the meet and greet. I mean, I don't know, I don't really know the other activity that's out there. So I'll see this week if I want to see some stuff. I didn't even know there were genless panels. This one I definitely will go. Because I saw that they did one at VidCon, but I didn't know they will be doing one at Twitchcon too. Get you straight. Like I was broken. I'm not okay. On the moon, before ruining the mood, I had to ask 'cause you're so cute. I get it, you're straight. If one day I manage to do something like Runbu did, I want this song to be my fuck. What was the wait? What was the name of the Undertale song? Fuck, I forgot. But you understand what I meant. You understand what I mean. But yeah. This song is really a strong part of my childhood. And I cried so hard on this song. If you don't know, that's a song from Mystery Dungeon. And literally the story of this song is it's played when in Mystery Dungeon when you start the game, before doing the quiz to know which Pokemon you are, you have a little scene where you don't see people, but you hear a conversation between you and another person. You learn through the game because this one is Mystery Dungeon, Shadow and Time. You learn throughout the game that the conversation that you had at the start, the person you had this conversation to is a Pokemon too. Did became a Pokemon too. Because yeah, you were both human, you fell, and you became Pokemon. And I don't know what the name in English is, but in French it's Masco. And this song is played when your friend, that you realize he was your friend like maybe 20 minutes before, sacrifice himself for you to live and to save other people. I cried a lot. And the fact that I did play this game, I was like 8, maybe 9. I'm almost 21. I never did go back to this place of the game, and I still remember exactly how the scene goes. I did saw this scene like once in my entire life, twice, because I tried to find it back on YouTube, and the only one I found was really shit because the guy didn't stop talking over the emotional moments, and I was really pissed. But yeah, even for when I did look at it back, I was like maybe 14, 16, something like that. City gave me asthma, so that's why I'm fucking living. And your water gave me cancer. Your pain from my feelings. Shut of the world. Cause the world don't fucking love you. Shut of the world. Cause the world don't fucking love you. They're the reason that don't put barriers on the tube line. They're the reason that don't put barriers on the rail. They're the reason that don't put barriers on the tube line. They're the reason And put its barriers on the rail, they're the reason. And to put its barriers on the tube line, they're the reason they fell. Happy song! Woo! Didn't hurt anyone. I wanted for you to be proud of me. You were the exile, but why you never come to it? You people that you were the traitor when you were the one who made up promises. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
Okay.
I'm thinking about you muffin. When I wake up, I'm thinking about you muffin. You know our love was 10 times sweeter than candy, 10 times sweeter than cake.
Okay, we'll see.
About you. Ding dong, trick or treat.
We'll stop it and we'll see if that's the right shape.
Fortune cookie, what a great gift, like a basket of goodies. While you were cold as an icy, and I got a little bit of a brain freeze. I can speak your language.
Language.
If you just let
Let me
me
in.
I don't need a dating app, 'cause I got a candy crush on you. But you broke me like a Kit Kat. Let my heart now fell rotting in the trash. Now I'm scrolling and paroling through your Instagram feed. No, I'm not trolling, but you're all I wanna see. Insanity approaching. Man, I'm taking jealousy like a Coca-Cola. Are we? I'm gonna
Keep
keep
the doctor away. You're my apple of every day. Okay, it's not. It's not the right shape. It's not the right shape. It's not an egg, it's a pyramid. Pyramid. I'm gonna be your e-boy. Keep the doctor away. You're my apple of every day. Thinking about your muffin when I wake up. Thinking about your muffin when I was 10 times sweeter than candy, 10 times sweeter than cake. Thinking about you. Sweeter than candy, 10 times sweeter than cake. Thinking about you. Okay. The light is turning low, and the shadows start to grow, and the places that you know
Seem like fantasy. There's a light inside your soul
that's still shining in the gold,
with
the truth
the
promise in your heart.
Don't forget, I'm
With
with
you
you
in the
in
dark.
the dark.
Yeah. I don't know. Fuck. No, this will be a bowl. Okay. Phone. Egg. Green button.
It's 2:45 p.m. Wake up from snoring, open DM. Scan of Red Bull by the bed. Vape is charged and Snapchat's red. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? She's beauty, she's grace. She has a profile picture of an anime girl's face. Just a single message more since rubbing up my Ethernet cord.
Damn.
I wanna be the guy that you fall asleep on call with. I'll make
'Cause apparently for what they show,
the guy that came before me.
I was off to a good start, but I just did 3 panels, and that's maybe why it wasn't looking like an egg.
Mate, our internet connection.
Depression, self-diagnosed, self-isolation. You could be the one to fix me.
I wanna be the girl that you fall asleep on call with. Meanwhile, I'll find other people to talk with. 'Cause you like me, and I think you're a maniac. Let's skip to the good bit. Let's completely block all contact.
Mum took away my PS4. I've said it so many times before. How could I live on if I keep on collecting? These every little slights and insurrections, constant pain in every dimension. My body weeps, disbelief head suspension.
I wanna be the guy that you find stalking.
Yeah, it should be enough.
Your social media scoured. You seek police intervention. 'Cause I base my ideals on obsessive media. Maybe if I act like them,
Okay.
respond to my DM.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T.
It's small.
God, her bow dip down, blow my bully boys blow.
It was a bit small.
From shore, went down on her, right well bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow.
Bring the sugar and tea and rum. One day when the taken is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Before the boat had hit the water, the whale still came up and caught her. Hands to the side, harpoon and fought her when she died below.
One day the women come, bring the sugar and tea and rum. One day when the taken is done, we'll take our leave and go. Ah!
40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats were lost, there were only 4, and still that whale did go.
I'll make this fabric if I can test it with it because it's stretchy. Can I test with... Yeah, I can test with red.
Still on, the line's not cut, and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all.
The fact that this song I have in my streaming playlist, because that's literally the artists who one day come up on my stream to ask me to react to the song. That's not even a joke. That did really happen. I think that was I think that was That was around the Valentine's Day stream that I did at Jack's place. And I think that was the Valentine's stream. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay. If you feel like crying, go to sleep. If you feel like crying, no one's in control. No one's in control. No one's perfect unless you're trying. Somebody,
Time is an illusion that helps things make sense. So we're always living in the present tense. It seems unforgiving when a good thing ends.
you and I will always be back then. You and I will always be back then.
You and I will always be back then. You and I will always be back then. Singing
Will happen, happening, happen. Will happen, happening, happening. Will happen again and again. You and I will always be back then.
if there was some amazing force outside of time to take us back to where we were.
My finger.
Putting each moment up like pictures on a wall inside a billion tiny frames.
I poke my finger with a needle. Ouch.
It would look like
Will happen, happening, happen. Will happen, happening, happening. Will happen again and again. 'Cause you and I will always be back then. You and I will always be back then. You and I will always be back then. That's why you and I will always be best friends.
Oh, Adolf, adult, come hither, adult. I've set George's house on fire. Please don't exile me and send me across the sea. Don't leave me with ghosts, but and a
Stupid ship.
Oh,
I'll try and try him.
drive me wild, no wonder everyone hates you. I'll take you with me and blow up all your things, and still you won't learn.
Do you think
I'm the
this man is ever seen? That's why you're scared of me. Anything I'm scared of is waking up in the morning. Adult, oh try and you can Jesus get. You came my sister today, I can give a potato. And it's just a role play.
My father used to tell me a tale of a little hero who wanted to be to everyone here in the city that was her home. But the flowers on the field wilted in sorrow, 'cause the blue in my eyes started to fade. My hands don't function the same. My life's a game, I'm tortured in this box of shame. And the world's
And he's back on me. It's been a while since I've seen the blue sky and the blue smile. Can't I be again? No, but for real, for me, you want a summary of in 2 words of the Dream SMP? Traumatized child. Traumatized child. that's my resume in 2. That's my summary in 2 words of the Dream SMP. For real.
freedom he longed for since the start. With the best
Because even the one everyone forgot about that also was a child at that time, Purple.
alley smiled back at me.
Even if it's less obvious that he's traumatized, he's a bounty hunter. He starts doing bounty hunts because he needed money. I think still traumatized. Everyone is traumatized in Minecraft. Yeah, but what children on that server were pretty high on trauma. They were pretty high on the list. Time is back on me. It's been a while. For now, I'm doing that by hand for seeing the pattern. But tomorrow I need to make some sewing stuff for my parents. So I will also make, if I do manage to find a pattern that I like for the shape of the egg, I will do all the egg by machine tomorrow. And everyone is welcome, you know. Not everyone. Fred did nothing wrong. She was just a sheep. No, yeah, not everyone was the war criminal on the Dream SMP. I mean, some of them didn't have time to become war criminal. Don't tell me that Michael Mitchell did any war crime on the Dream SMP. He didn't have time to do that. It wasn't only one day. It wasn't only one day. And same for Alisa. She didn't do anything wrong. Punk, I think he did. Some I don't know, because he was a warden. He was the warden. I don't think he did any war crime. Yes, she was, and oh yeah, that's true. I forgot that he was the reason why Punk lost an arm. Because Puffy is an anarchist, so she definitely did wrong. I mean, she was part of the banquets. Eret, we will not talk about Eret. Nikki became an arsonist. Jack Manifold tried to kill Tommy multiple times with Nikki. What? Wait. Connor didn't do nothing. Everyone was shocked when Connor ended up in prison. I think Connor didn't do nothing. I don't think. Because we know that someone was that we didn't know who he was part of the syndicate. If I do remember, there was a seat with a name on the syndicate, but we didn't know who was attributed to this name. He's part of it. So yeah. But I don't think that's the reason why he ended up in prison. I don't think that's the reason why he ended up in prison. Okay. Mr. Sunfish. did you leave me? I'm still wondering,
'cause I'm
still
still
in
in
love
love with
with you. Not the prison was him. He pretended to be.
flowing freely made me think of you. So I wrote a little song hoping you would
What?
sing along. But then it only was
He didn't. He wasn't even on the server where the Lemon Bug War was there. He joined late. He did join later, didn't he? I mean, he didn't participate in the war, for sure.
10 years, but I was still in love with you. They call me crazy, they call me mad. The day you left me, you were all that I had.
No, but when you see why the other were in the prison and why he was, yeah, I think I understand why people were shocked.
A torch burning brightly made me think of you. The sword of a soldier made me think of you. So I wrote a little song hoping you would sing along. It
There were only one other prisoner who had his own special cell made to keep him here. What? What are you talking about?
So I wrote down every day as I was hoping, as I prayed. It'd have been 40
What are you talking about? Dream.
with you. They call me crazy, they call me mad. It's been so many years I could barely stand.
Yeah, true. Dream wasn't by itself. Dream wasn't by himself. Techno was in the same cell. Yeah. No, but Techno was also in Dream's cell.
Musical kittens make me think of you. Every little thing here makes me think of you. So I wrote this little song, hoping you would hear someday. It's been 100 years and I am still
In love with
with
you.
This song is for the boy who played me. Here's our breakup, I never got to say. Here are all the things you gave me while we were dating, alphabetically arranged.
Is for after apology, B is for breaking up at my family party, tuning at sea. When I'll be catching you, cheating on me. D is for them, and I'll be to do you know. Now to me, it's for your phone. Not me, I'm full. Oh, and down to the bone. No heartbreak on me. More interesting in me. Thanks on you and your jealousy. I'm in there for a tiny bit, and it was just a trap to trap him in the prison. Yeah. Fuck.
Your ABCs, never thought I'd catch you cheating, gave me 26 reasons you're alphabetically deranged. Case for karma for kissing him in front of me.
And it's for like, only to never need.
You're mistaken if you think you can manipulate me one more time. And his night
And I didn't see that much of the end of the Dream SMP, so.
onto optimism. Play me like a puppet, but I'm pulling out my strings.
The thing with making it bigger is that it will maybe be easier for making some of the stuff. Like Giant Ducky, Richarlison shirts, and Bobby overalls. I have the basic pattern. Now I just need to see. Yeah, I think that's good for today. We managed to see the pattern, to find the fabric that I will use. I think I will stop there because we're supposed to have an invitee, a guest, at my place. My brother have a friend coming over, so yeah. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you next time. See you next time. Bye bye. Next time I will maybe have my haircut, because I will try to go to the hairdresser like on Tuesday. So bye.
It's a race, gonna chase every second, every minute, every day. Take a shot in the dark. Battle scars gonna go and leave a mark. You know